every time you look off of Hilton Head Island or off of the Bluffton side as well at the intercoastal waterway and the other waterways around the island, boy, you see more and more people getting out on their boats. That's good news and maybe not so good news in some ways. Craig Loomis and Rick Sturges of the America's Boating Club of Hilton Head joining us to talk a little bit about a boating course you guys have coming up in August that I think a lot of people could take some lessons from. And let's start, before we start promoting the course, it is getting busier out there all the time, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's more and more boaters taking advantage of the beautiful waters we have here in the Lowcountry.
Yeah, and because there's so many neat things to see.
And there is quite a few boaters that really don't know what they're doing, which is the genesis of this course.
There we go. Let's talk about it's called the ABC course. Explain what it will cover, and then we'll tell folks where they can get involved in it.
It's the America's Boating course, ABC, and we're having it on August 19th. We have another edition of it in October. We try to do it 4 times a year.
Great.
It covers all the basics, gets into state regulations, federal regulations, so you get a groundwork for that sort of thing. Boating safety equipment required. We get into great topics like anchoring and docking and undocking, which are 2 or 3 stress points for every time people go out in boats.
I like that. Stress point.
Stress points, yes. It's like,
what is the biggest problem? What's the thing when you guys go out that you just kind of, while you're enjoying your own trip or trying to, that you're worried about and being defensive about?
Most incidents here happen at the dock.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's because of our tidal currents. The currents and the winds here are such that you have to know how to manage them. You have to know how to plan for your dock. So that's probably the biggest stress point, is docking and undocking.
Okay, I'm sorry, you were on a roll and I interrupted.
No, that's okay. Docking and undocking is clearly a stress point. We have had times when people have come in and threatened to get divorced because they can't anchor and stay in one place at the same time to go fishing or whatever. But the thing about it is you really have to know the rules of the road.
Yeah.
Just like learning to drive. What's a channel? A channel is like a road. It is not quite as rigid as a road, but you do have to know that when you pass places, you should be on the right side of the channel versus the left side.
Yeah, those markers out there mean something.
Absolutely, and green on one side, red on the other side. When you're coming in from the ocean into a harbor, the red is on the right side. If you're heading south on the intercoastal waterway, you keep red on the right side. And there are 2 distinctly different types of markers.
The courses will be held at USCB, the Beaufort campus?
Beaufort campus, yes.
And it runs all day long on August the 19th. That's the one coming up the soonest. And then there's one also in October. You actually can walk out of this thing licensed, kind of, can you? I mean, walk out of this course having satisfied some requirements that the state would like you to satisfy?
You actually get a state of South Carolina boater's education card.
Okay.
Which, if you are under 18 to operate a boat, you have to have one of these. And it also helps you on your insurance rates if you have passed one of these.
Bingo.
Which is,
that's pretty significant, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's a good program. It covers all facets. It's a great introduction. We have a lot of people down here in South Carolina that move down here from the Midwest, say, and they say, wow, geez, there's all kinds of water. Let's go boating. And they don't know the first thing about it. Well, this covers a lot of the basics, A to Z, and it's a really good course. The Coast Guard teaches the same course. The National Association of State Law regulators certify this course.
Yeah.
And I think I messed up on the name there. Right. But nonetheless, they recognize the course. It's a countrywide type course that's given. And we're one of the bigger ones for giving it in South Carolina.
What's the website? Where do people go to sign up for this and learn more?
abchh.org.
Pretty simple, abchh.org.
Click on the education button, and then click on America's Boating Course. You can register right there online.
Fantastic. Craig
Excellent.
and Rick, we appreciate the time, and good luck with your boating the rest of the summer. It's been a great summer for boating because we haven't had any of those big swirly things that we won't even talk about anymore. Great to talk to you guys, and good luck with you guys the rest of the summer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be back with more of the WHHI Daily News right after this.